But yesterday it was the 13th anniversary of Lichess. So happy birthday, Lichess. Do Hans and Lichess share the same birthday? Yeah, Hans was also born June 20th. So two notable entities in the chess world sharing a birthday. Lichess just became a teenager, and Hans is now no longer a teenager. Yeah, the goal for this stream is instructive chess. So I think I'll do one Puzzle Storm and then probably play some rapid games. Try and raise my peak rating a little bit. I'm black in this position? Oh, you play black pieces in all puzzles. So I have to take and then play here, I guess. Okay. Is the volume okay? I think the volume's okay. Okay, so a lot of these will start out simple, and then they gradually get more difficult. Could take and win the bishop. Take this. Take that. Queen's hanging, then rook hangs. Yeah, a lot of these are a matter of winning material. Check and mate. Free queen. Free checkmate. Free rooks and mate. Probably knight here and then here. It's so important to stay clean with this. To take the rook. Oh, wow. We have two legal moves. Well, king e5, there's queen c7. Wait, both moves look losing. I'm missing something? Oh, we have queen d6. Wow. Okay, take the knight or take the pawn. Wait, both moves look winning. And take the knight looks simpler, but I'm a little bit confused. Take, we're up a piece. Take, and win the queen. Yeah, some typical patterns there. Queen is overworked. Rook a2. Okay, knight c6, knight b4, rook b8. Okay. Take the bishop. Rook c8. Take the queen. Win the rook in the end. Oh, what is this? Take and then... Take and probably king... Okay. If we take the queen, could also take the rook. Win the rook. Trap the bishop. Take and win the knight. A2. No, bishop here first. Mate in 2. Win the queen. Take the bishop and take the pawn. Take on f2 looks good. Check. Take, rook's overworked. There's queen c7. Or we also take and win material. That's mate in 2. Okay, how do we trap the queen? Rook here. Rook there. Knight c6. Ah, we have knight c8. This mate in 2. There, e5. Take the rook and mate. Ooh, queen d4. That's a fork. I mean, this move looks good. But then what? If we take and push? A4, Queen B2, Rook A8. Oh no, we don't have Rook A8, but we win then. Wait. Take. I guess we win the Rook. Queen C8, double attack. Check. No, let's win the knight. Let's play this move. D2. Queen trap the no. Queen C5 probably. Take the queen. Take the rook first. F5, I didn't see. Check. It's got to be this. Mate. Yeah. Okay. Got to 64. It's not easy. Like, I mean, I stayed clean the whole time, but I guess to get to 79, I have to solve them quicker. Some of them slowed me down. There is one I didn't fully understand because there were two moves that looked winning. There's a one with H2. Yeah, I was confused here because this move looks... Oh, this move's not winning. Okay. I was calculating this. Oops. I didn't want to solve it. I just wanted to show. Yeah, I was calculating this, thinking I'm winning the rook. I forgot the knight covers E2. Okay. Okay. Well, that was fun. Hope people enjoyed watching that. Now it's time to move on and do some rapid chess. Can we see more Ponziani? Maybe. If I'm white, maybe I'll play E4. I just like hearing you say Ponziani. I think more people like hearing me play Ponziani. Or seeing me play Ponziani. Which reminds me, I haven't tried this voice. There's a new feature on Lichess. Voice input, which I can't toggle when I'm watching a game. But maybe I can try it when playing a game. I wonder how easy it is to like misspeak. Like rather than mouse slip, speak slip. Okay, I'm still waiting for a game. If you ever find yourself in Dubuque, Iowa, we have a chess club with a bunch of kids that would love to see you. I'll keep that in mind. Usually when I travel, I do try and scout out like different chess clubs or events nearby. Yeah, it might take a little while to get a rapid game. Can watch the top rated rapid game. Interesting ending. White's up 2 pawns, but black has some activity. Hey, it's Com Info ya nips. Lead Scoo. Happy 45.
One year of awesome content. Thanks, Eric.
Oh, thank you, Sajans Jordan. Okay. Game beginning. I am black and debating what to play. I'll play E5. Wait, what? Why can't I move? What's happening? Wait, what? Oh, that's so weird. I was observing my own game. Oh. I've never done that before. Oh. Because I was observing the top-rated rapid game. That was weird. Okay. I thought maybe I was like I toggled the voice thing. I'm gonna play a non-Stafford Gambit. We'll probably go into an Italian. Yeah, knight f6. d4. Okay, let's see what my opponent has prepared. b4 has been a trendy move at some point. I mean, all three moves are playable here. I'm not so fresh on the theory of this line, but I know d5 is a move. Generally, black will play against isolated queen's pawn. I know at a very high level, this line can often lead to a draw, but in a rapid game, it's probably playable for both sides. All three results possible. I think this line was seen in the US Championships a few years ago between Naroditsky and Sam Sevian. I want to say Naroditsky was white. They drew within like 20 moves. So the idea of knight e7 is to just reinforce control over d5. And it sets up this. At some point I might play bishop e6. Alternatively, the bishop can maybe choose between f5, no longer g4. Let's start with c6, staying flexible. Yeah, it's very common when the opponent has isolated queen's pawn. You usually want to control the square in front of the pawn. But now what to do? So if I play bishop e6, there's knight c5, which is a bit annoying. Bishop f5 looks more, just more better. I'm developing the final minor piece. Oh yeah, you can't see my full t-shirt. It says hustle mode on. It's like an old shirt got many years ago. So I'm currently in hustle mode. It's not turned off yet. If I play this, I don't think I'm too afraid of the trade. Like, the bishop's a nice piece, but if the knight wants to trade off for it, my two knights stand pretty well. And in the case where this happens, a pawn on g6 would nicely restrict this knight. Okay, we'll take with knight. And for the time being, the bishop restricts this knight. Now, queen b6 would blunder knight d7. Queen d6 does allow takes knight e4. Queen f4. Maybe I go for this. Have to watch out for queen b3. And queen a5 is a move. Queen h4 is a move. I'm taking a little bit of time here. Queen c7 is a move. Really, I just want to move my queen away so the rook can come to d8. I'm leaning towards queen c7. It just seems like the square with the least amount of downside. Even though, okay, the c file is half open for white, we might see rook c1. It just seemed like other squares were bigger downsides. Because queen d6, I didn't want to run into this move. So I'm basically preemptively defending the b-pawn. I'm preparing this. And then maybe later the queen can come to b6, like once d7 is defended. Okay, so I was foreshadowing the structure. Also, as a board, wait, let me adjust the geometry. There we go. So knight comes to e4, rook d8. I do have to watch out for this idea. In worst case, I play knight f6 or queen f4. Yeah, another rule, like when playing against isolated queen's pawn, it's usually, in this case, to black's benefit to have traded minor pieces. Because then it makes the plan of doubling up and pressuring the pawn a bit easier. White has some counterplay. Queen b6, knight c5. If I play rook e8, I think I'll play rook e8. It was just my worst placed piece. Now it's on a better square. This might lead to some trade, like knight c5. Yeah, we're likely trading rooks. I was calculating b6. Because how else to defend? It does weaken c6 a little bit, but white doesn't have any pressure there just yet. And there's nothing defending d4. So like queen f4 could come. Okay, now knight e4 is no longer playable. Knight d3, okay, preventing queen f4. And I have rook e2. I could play knight f4 too, but I don't want to simplify too much. Feels like I should be better, but it's hard to find anything concrete. Knight f4, take. Queen c3. Do have rook e2. I think I'd go for this. It's just a safe option. I'm getting low on time. I mean, I still feel like black is the one in control, but white is close to emerging okay. Wait, opponent disconnected and reconnected. Okay, having some connection issues. Yeah, queen c3. So rook e2. I like the idea of rook e2. was fully activating. Rook f1, queen e4. And rook and queen actually just control a lot of squares. And then there's constant pressure against f2, b2, d4. Queen will defend c6. Opponent's really like basically disconnecting every move. I wonder if that was happening earlier. I wasn't paying attention. Probably doesn't bode well for a time scramble situation. Okay, there was one move here I was trying to calculate. At first, it looked a little bit annoying. Let's move queen g3, threatening this. But I think after queen g3, I take queen b8, king h7, queen a7, rook b2, defending b6. And black will be up a pawn. In the meantime, I probably want to play rook c2. Challenge the queen. f3. Okay, that's probably a good sign. Now, if I play queen queen d5, hitting a2. Also, some idea of queen g5. Like rook c1 would be an attempt at counterplay, but then queen g5 and I have counterplay. Yeah, actually, after rook c1, queen g5, I think white's just losing. Like g4, queen f4. So maybe we'll see a3. Because a3, queen g5, there's rook f2. Okay, b3. But now I can take. Is rook e1? Or rook e1 is just one check. Wait a minute, let's calculate. Rook a2, rook e1, queen g5. Threatening mate. Okay. I don't think there is much to calculate there. Basically a free pawn. And this has been, I think, a pretty instructive game so far, because stemming from the opening, like white was left with his weak pawn, and gradually it's gotten worse and worse for white. Rook a1's probably a decent try. If I take, I think I'd just simplify completely, like take and then take, check. Can I win the d pawn with check? Probably not. I mean, I have a5, but I think this is simpler. Take, check. King goes there. I'm going to lose c6. But then, yeah, it should be a pretty straightforward endgame. Yeah, so white can win the c6 pawn. But as long as I'm keeping one passed pawn on the queen side, it's a very typical situation. Like 3 pawns for each side. One side has a passer. And now the goal is to start pushing. And my king has good shelter. b5. Probably I want my queen on c4. So hopefully I can demonstrate like smooth technique. Have to manage time. It'd be nice to force a queen trade. Like king f1, it's instantly winning. This move, okay, it's interesting. Here, take, king d2, king h6, king c3, king g5, take, king f4, king d5, king g3. Pretty sure it's winning, but maybe I just push first. At the moment, I was not trusting my calculation ability. And this is just, I think, easier to understand. I can show the line after the game. Okay, now this should be even easier because take and then this. And then my king will come to f4. Yeah, up a pawn, king pawn ending. Thank you, G-Spades. Happy 50 months to G-Spades. Yeah, there was a this move G3 in that line. I'm pretty sure it was still winning after f5, f4. But now, yeah, now it's just simpler. Thank you, Lornak. Yeah, this is why endgames are important. It's just important to understand when to go into these more simplified lines. Okay. Fully cleaned up. Now it's time to start pushing pawns. Do the 2-bishop mate. I think that's one of the Rosen trophies I'm lacking, but I'd rather conserve energy. I will try and address questions after the game. I do see some various questions in chat, some of which not related to this game. Oh! That was a terrible mouse slip. That's a good thing about being up 3 pawns, though. Blunder 1 pawn, I'm up still 2 pawns. That was not intentional. It's been a while since I've streamed on this setup, and I'm still kind of getting used to the mouse. Okay. Oh, man.
Hi again.
Hello. Hey, it's Pancake Gremlin. I met Pancake Gremlin in real life. Okay. Well, now mouse slipping any stalemates. Queen E1. Isn't there a username? I should have tried to set up QGE3 mate. I think there's a username that as a subscriber in chat. Anyway, pretty nice game overall. One small mouse slip hiccup at the end. We can analyze. I think it was pretty clean too. Like maybe I made some inaccuracy at some points, but let's see. 98% accuracy. One mistake. B5. Yeah, the engine wants me to just simplify. So I just didn't want to burn too much time calculating. But yeah, it's winning because the pawn acts as a decoy. So in the time that white spends moving the king to win the pawn, I can just walk my king up. And what I wasn't entirely confident about was this line, but yeah, after f4, white's just not in time. Because g4 here, and if takes. So white basically can't keep the king out, because king d3, there's also this. Yeah, king e7, f5. Welcome back, Z Nation. Why is knight e5 not better than trading knights for white? Wait. What point? Knight e5 here. I'm not sure what you're asking. Instead of trading knights. Oh yeah, maybe taking was a mistake. Because my knights are superfluous, so taking just helps me free up some space. Oh, later. Oh, here. Yeah, knight e5 is maybe a more active move. It does walk into knight e2, and I can win d4. So, positionally, white usually wants to keep the knight. But tactically, I think it loses a pawn, right? Yeah, knight e5. Wow, it's -6 because after this, I not only win the pawn, but now I'm winning the knight. And two things attacked. Did I mispronounce superfluous? Is it superfluous? I'm not sure which vowel to stress. So taking on f4 was the best move, but white's still having some discomfort. Oh, Josh would probably know. Josh says I pronounced it right. Superfluous. I learned this word when I was a kid at chess camp. It was Grandmaster Yuri Shulman who was talking about superfluous knights. Sometimes they're good, like they're very solid, but sometimes they get in the way of each other. It can really depend on the position. Hey, it's Piehole. Subbing at tier 2 for 51 months. And it's crazy how many like long time subscribers there have been. Welcome back. Yeah, pretty high quality game overall. My opponent didn't make any blunders. B3 was definitely a mistake, like A3. Engine likes A4. But white's definitely under pressure here. When your piece was on G6, when do you take back with H7 and when F7? That's a fair question. Yeah, there are cases where F takes is justified because it opens the F file. You really have to weigh the factors in the position. But I'd say, like most cases, you want to take with H pawn. For the simple reason that if we just like acknowledge the power of these pawns, this pawn controls 2 squares, this pawn controls 2 squares, this pawn only controls 1 square. So when you take back with H pawn, you're doubling the power of the pawn because it went from controlling 1 square to now controlling 2 squares. Oops. What did I do? Analysis. So I hope that makes sense. Hey, it's Nate Brady. Gifting 5. Thank you, Nate. Hope you're doing well. I keep trying to give shoutouts, but I'm not logged in this chat window. But I'm logged in on the other chat window. Yeah, this structure is actually like pretty solid. I know double pawns have a bad reputation because you think they're weak and they open up lines. But in this case, like, it's still really good shelter for the king. And I did address, like, the one thing to worry about sometimes with the structure is the knight coming here and the queen coming here. Because I don't have h6 to stop queen h7 mates, but it was still kind of hard for white to achieve that. Oh, how's your Uralsk qualify going? Yeah, one of my previous streams, I played the Kazakhstan qualifier. There is a tournament in Uralsk, Kazakhstan, coming back. Hey, it's Emberg.
It's newer than LASIK. Hope you had fun.
Oh, congratulations.
Speaking of eyes, have you enjoyed the new blindfold I got you?
Oh, I haven't had a chance to use it. Yeah, I didn't take it with me to Vegas, but maybe I'll use it for some blindfold chess coming up. Also, it's John Bartholomew. What's up, John? We have the John command. Hope you had a good stream. People earlier were asking me to challenge John, but I think John was playing Blitz. I was just playing some rapid chess. I've played one game so far this stream at a new peak rapid rating. Okay, a lot of things to address. Thank you, Pitch Bucket. Thank you, Brezen, the first time Prime. I was also trying to answer the question from earlier about Kazakhstan. So I played one of the open qualifiers, and I almost didn't qualify, but I had a good run. I finished top 20. I qualified for the Invitational Swiss, but the Swiss tournament took place at 7 a.m. on Sunday when I was still in Vegas, and I overslept because Saturday was such a long day. So I now no longer have a chance to win a free trip to Kazakhstan, unfortunately. And even if I won the free trip, it would have been difficult to actually make it out there. But I am considering going to an event in Europe. I still have to work out some details, but it's very possible I'll be playing an event early August in Europe. In Germany, actually. So I'll hopefully have more details soon. Thank you, Event Joe, another first-time Prime. Yeah, friendly reminder, if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. It usually takes a few clicks to set up, and then you have to do it manually every month. But it does give you some perks. You get ad-free viewing, you get the sub badge, you get access to the emotes. Yeah, sometimes people complain about the ads, but it happens. Will you make a meetup? I had a few like meet and greet type things in Vegas. They were fun, but it was also draining. I gave a couple simuls, and I'm still recovering physically and mentally and maybe emotionally. Thank you, Oslapa Papa. The first time normal sub. Okay, I hope I answered the questions related to this game. Yeah, this has a pretty high draw percentage at the top level. Actually, as we were going into this opening, I was mentioning this line, which I actually prepared for against one opponent in the Super Swiss. And there's a cool line here, which I'm trying to remember. I think it's bishop. What was the line? Bishop b6, e5 here. No, e5 here. Take, queen e2. Bishop e6. b5. There's a crazy move here.
Loved your recent tournament. Unrelated, planning to play any more Fog of War?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, the Fog of War video I posted a few days ago got pretty good reception. It's yeah, maybe I'll have to do some more Fog of War content. 'Cause, like the only game I played within the last several months was that one against Levy. Yeah, there's a crazy move knight b4, which I don't think I would have remembered, but it's cool prep.
Thank you for your game recaps. Hi from France Smile.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm glad you enjoyed the recaps. Thank you, Bavalant. Yeah, this is a really cool piece stack. So black's down a minor piece, but it has these monster pawns. D3 is a threat. Engine gives equal, which generally is a good sign for the side that's down material. Can we find the Naroditsky-Sevian game? It may have been a slightly different line. There's a move here, Queen B3. Yeah, a lot of games feature this, like Knight A5, Queen A4, Knight C6. A common way for grandmasters to draw quickly. How did you do your last tournament? We have the Vegas command, which is updated with the full playlist. So if you want to see how I did in each individual game, you can see the recaps. Overall, I finished with 5.5 out of 9. I lost 5 FIDE points, but I gained 5 US chess points. So maybe broke even across all my ratings. It was a fun tournament though. Like every single game, there were just a ton of lessons. But it was also tiring, like especially putting a lot of effort into preparing and then doing the recaps after every game. And I had countless games that went over 4 hours. Yeah, my performance was very far away from a GM norm. How much does your performance drop in a simul? I'd imagine I dropped like probably 400 points at least during a simul. Although it sometimes depends on the type of position. Like sometimes the really tactical positions are much more difficult to play in a simul because I'm basically trying to play every move on instinct. And there were a lot of games in my simuls that I just made like one move blunders. Anyway, maybe I'll play one more game. I'm already getting like kind of drained. I started the stream already a little bit tired, but it is nice to be back. Just be used to my normal setup again. Playing imtuff, play e4. Haven't played this person before. Let's play something new. I could play Ponziani, but I want to try this line, G3. Firouzja played this in Norway? One of his games in Norway. So D3. It's a very offbeat line in King's Pawn, but it's essentially a King's Indian attack. And the idea is to just get the opponent out of their comfort zone. I'm delaying this because I might play C3. Wow. H5. It seems premature, but I'm not sure if I can punish it. Also, it seems like maybe a mouse slip. Like H6 was probably the more normal move. I think now I would like to play this and fight for d5. Considering bishop g5 here, I could take, we trade. If we trade everything, h4 is easier to get in. If I play bishop g5, take. I'm taking time here. This is out of my comfort zone. There. So knight b4, rook d2. And this looks okay, bishop g5. And maybe inviting d4. There's actually a lot to wrap my mind around here. I'm probably gonna mute alerts. I'm gonna stop looking at chat. I really have to stay focused. Knight d5. Take. Looks okay. What if take, queen takes? I could play knight e2. I mean, knight d5 is... I could also take here first and then knight d5. It feels a little bit wrong. Wait, that move I did not see coming, because now I take... Black can't take here because I win the queen, and resulting line, I have queen for rook. Yeah, that was very surprising. So black has to take the bishop, and then I'm just up a pawn. Maybe there's still some play. Queen d2 here. Okay, I think I can relax a little bit. I still have to stay focused. Opponent has a blitz rating of over 2,700. H3. Knight h4 is a move. Knight h4 is kind of cool, actually. I don't want to give black any easy decisions. The idea is basically that I'm not allowing the bishop to take, so now the bishop's kind of awkward, just staring into empty space. And h3 will kick it away. And if ever g5, then knight f5. Or, no, I can't. Actually forgot that my queen's tied down to c3. So I probably have to play knight f5. But now the point is after takes, the bishop comes alive. But where does my king want to go? If I castle, f6 is probably coming. I could play h4 first. I like the idea of h4 first. The king can stay in the center for a little bit. Like if the bishop comes to e4, then things are pretty stable. And if Okay, if this move, then I castle, then the files are guaranteed to stay closed. Another point is if takes, I take with rook. And then my king can maybe later slide over. Rook is well placed on h4. Okay. So what to start with? I'm just castling. Yeah, it looks very solid now. The pawn is nice on c3, restricting the knight. And I have the b file, so maybe an idea like rook b1, a4, rook b5, double up. If ever b6, the bishop exerts more pressure. Black wants to play this and exploit the pin, but then I would just take with bishop. So, yeah, it looks like things are pretty well controlled. Thank you, Sobin, earlier, subbing with Prime. Down about a minute. But, yeah, the next few moves should be, like, pretty easy to play. And it's not really clear what Black's plan is here. Like, the pieces are on reasonable squares, but what to do for Black? Knight e7 would attack the pawn, but then bishop e4. Okay, let's start with rook b1. There is, I guess, knight e7, rook b6. Oh no, rook b1 pins a knight. Knight e7, bishop takes b7. Queen a3 might be a move. But am I really concerned with queen a2? Okay, we do see b6. So might as well go for this. And queen a5. Maybe I start with bishop e4. Now let's start with this. Relying on some intuition. So I open up the prospect of this. Maybe in some lines I play rook b5, take and take. Never mind. So now this almost traps a queen, but not quite. Rook b3. And the idea is just to put the other rook on a1 and then play rook b5. I don't think I'm in so much rush. Black might have the idea of playing this in e4. Okay, so I have rook b4 here. Just blunder checking. I have this move. Oh, this move is a blunder. Okay. Be careful. So rook b5. It's kind of annoying. I could play rook e4. Rook e4 97 though. Rook b5, queen a3. Take. Maybe I just go back. Or maybe go back one. No. Let's go back. How did we repeat? I basically just we had the same position, but it was my move, so I gave black a free tempo. Yeah, I really just want to get rooks on the A and B file. So my plan now is rook a1 and then rook fb1. Doing it in a slightly different way. Bishop e4. So now I have this square for the queen. But the queen's still a bit tied down. I should really be calculating rook b5, queen a3. It seems so close to working. But okay, let's go for this. Time management is important. Okay, am I scared of knight c4? Probably not. Knight c4, I just move somewhere. Queen e1? Getting off the thing. I'm playing queen e1 before rook b4 because after rook b4, knight c6, I can play this and not have to worry about the pin with queen takes c4. And this line is actually winning for white because queen a5, I win the knight. So still down about a minute, but at least I'm making a little bit of progress. I don't have rook b5 anymore though. Yeah, this over defends the pawn, so maybe I can mobilize a queen. But how? a5 first? King g2? I don't know what to do here. Queen e3 is maybe a move. Okay. This is progress. Because now the knight has to stop rook c4. But how do I make further progress? Like, we're both kind of stuck. Pawn c4. Let's play this first. Might go for pawn c4. No, pawn c4, knight c6. Actually, really don't know what to do here. Pawn c4, knight c6. We trade. Put the king back. Okay, I have one idea. Play bishop g2. I kind of just stumbled into this. But king g1 allows for bishop g2 and now queen e4. And there is an infiltration path for the queen. And I think I can safely give away the pawn. But I'm not sure. Like, queen e4 take, queen a8, king d7 take. Gets a little bit murky. What about this move? A lot of moving around. I don't know what to do. Okay, rook c4, take, check. Yeah, it's gotta be winning. I have a minute, but I think it's good enough. Queen a5, I take. Oh no! I'm losing. Or am I? I completely forgot about this idea, rook d1. I'm not losing in a trivial manner, but I am sad that I'm no longer having a queen. This move actually is really strong. The one hope is that I can come around with the bishop or play this move. I don't know if I'm playing for a win or a draw. I'm just playing not to flag. Maybe I should have considered bishop b7. I missed a chance for bishop f7 too. It's not good. Yeah, this is really bad. Okay. What to do? It was a rough game. I was in good control. And when I played rook c4, I was calculating, oh, I'm winning c7. Completely missed queen takes c4. Oh no, my rating. Oh no, my peak. It was a fun opening, though. I mean, the opponent just blundered a pawn in the opening. And I just burned too much time and then blundered back eventually. Yeah, g5 was interesting. Also, h5 was interesting. Like, I wanted to punish this move, but the engine just says I should take and castle, which doesn't make so much sense because it walks into h4. And then later, yeah, it's like very winning. But it's not like very, very winning because it still requires a plan. The engine gives a huge plus for white. It's actually a question like how to break through because it's like always hovering around +2 or +3. Top engine move king h2. I guess d4 is one way to make progress. Like at some point I have to take a risk. Yeah, one blunder this game. Oh yeah, rook d2 was missed. E4 looks strange. But rook d2, I think, is a cleaner approach. Because then the rook gets in, and I don't have time for bishop d5. Thank you, G and Quinn. The first time prime. Also, thank you, Gabriel. Yeah, I wasn't looking at chat for the majority of the game. Chokoroku. Is there a particular reason that made h5 seem premature? Also says, I hope to get to play you in real life one day. Yeah, h5, I mean, h5 is a bit more justified when the opponent has played g3. But in this case, h4 is not really a threat because I just take, and this action make any sense for black. Sometimes like there is an exchange attack when the queen's supporting h4. So yeah, like d6 or d5 is a bit more common, or even just castling. I mean, in the Vegas tournament, I had a game. I assume most people probably saw at least a YouTube thumbnail. I was black against Grandmaster Daniel Fernandez, and he played h4 in this position. And this was a even more premature h-pawn push because I didn't even commit to g6. It was basically an English opening with this move thrown in. Oh, thank you, Gary. Loves pizza. I'll put those bits towards the pizza fund. Does rook b5 after rook d6 work? Rook b5. Oh. Looks like it. I mean, it loses a rook, and then there's queen a3. This is pretty common, like in many lines. The queen has a square. The queen was very hard to trap. Why does the engine not like d4 instead of knight h4? Oh, in this position. Let me try and use my brain first before I check with the engine. d4 maybe is a playable move. I don't think it crossed my mind at this point. But the more I look at it, the more playable it looks. Maybe there's a small issue with takes queen c4 and I can't castle. Rook d8 is coming, but yeah, and also this is a threat. Maybe I can get away with no d5. I lose e4. Let's check. Okay, c3 white's still better. So d4. Knight h4 is still preferable. Oh, queen c4 immediately. Similar ideas. Queen d3? Somehow black gets... Oh yeah, black wins back the pawn here. Takes. Yeah, it just seems like the structure is solid. There's no reason to create weaknesses. If you play in northern Germany, I'm going to sign up. Yeah, I really want to share the details of the event, but it's like a very small, like lesser known event that I want to get more details before I promote it. So stay tuned. I'll probably message the organizer later today or tomorrow. Oh, which event? I'm considering going to Germany for a tournament in August. I would like to ask about how one handles joining a chess club for the first time. No FIDE rating, no tournament experience. Yeah, so chess clubs are usually separate from chess tournaments. It really depends on where you're based or where you're looking for a club. Um, but yeah, most clubs they accept new players. That's usually the point of a club is just to find people to play with and train with. Maybe there's some clubs that do arrange tournaments as well. If you're in a major city, then it's likely there's either a designated chess club or like a chess meetup group. If you're in the US, I think if you go to uschess.org, they should have, and they have tournament listings, but I think they have club listings too. US Chess Play. You might have to like scour the site. Sometimes it's just a matter of Googling or using social media to find like what's in your area. Yeah, Google your city and chess club. Get advice from Misha. If you're in London or New York, there's like so many places to play. If you're in like rural Wyoming, there might be fewer options to choose from. Do you have to play a FIDE rated tournament to get a rating? Well, to get a FIDE rating, yeah, by definition, that's how it works. But for US tournaments, there's some tournaments that are not FIDE rated, but US rated. So they're different rating systems. Some are dual rated, so some will affect your US and FIDE rating, like the one I played in Vegas. Why not play B3 and Fianchetto Fin? Why not play B3 and Finchetto the Bish? um, I assume you're asking about the starting position. I'm not really into Finchettoing the Bish. I prefer to bring my Bish. Like, usually I play the London, so like this move, sometimes this move. I haven't really caught the B3 craze, but yeah, maybe I'll include it. Yeah, I guess I have to be careful pronouncing that word. Like bishop without the OP. Oh, Gary asking about the course. Yeah, I had to put it on hold because of the Vegas trip. I'll be working on it like the next couple weeks. Hoping to have something published sometime in July. I am working on a course, a whole repertoire against D4. And it's like I put a ton of work into it already. I might divide it into parts, but I really just want like a thorough but also digestible repertoire. It's going to be a mix of PGN files and video lessons. Any plans for a tennis stream soon? Maybe. I haven't played tennis in a few weeks. I'd like to play though. The weather is getting hotter, so Have to find times where it's not too hot. D4 should be banned. D4 is a very rich opening. Also, D4, it can lead to so many different types of openings. Like, this move alone is not really a standalone opening because it depends what happens next. But sometimes it does lead to slower positions than E4 just because it takes longer for white to castle. And yeah, it has a bit more positional tendency, but not all the time. I'm getting tired. I think I'm probably done with chess for the day. I played 2 rapid games. I'll be back tomorrow probably. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I appreciate the good vibes in chat. A lot of returning subs and resubs. Sending the raid to Pepe. Looks like he's doing some 4-player chess. So send some love. And what more to say? I have a new video on the Extra channel. XSlam Extra. It was a super fun Title Tuesday. If you want the extended multi-hour content of high quality chess, I have a new video on the main channel as well. And stay tuned for more. I'll see you guys soon.